Introducing veteran international real estate investment expert, author, and speaker, Adiel Gorel.
Real estate tips, investment strategies, wealth building tips, retirement riches, all right here with Adiel Gorel.
Okay, so here's a question that I get. Is there going to be a recession following the current boom? So historically, we are used to having a boom followed by a bust or a recession, a boom and a bust. So there was a big boom from the end of 1988 through the year 1989, followed by a bust that I believe was something like 1991, 92, around that. And then, of course, you know, the next cycle, there was a big boom between 2004 and 2006, and then a very big recession from 2008, 9, 10, 11, even for real estate. So now seems to be a boom. So the natural reaction, the knee-jerk reaction is, well, there's a boom, there's got to be a bust. But everybody likes to point out, and rightfully so, the major differences between what happened in 2004, 2006, and then 2008 to what is happening now. Prices of homes now are increasing because the demand is enormous, the supply is low, the price of building materials have been skyrocketing, so prices to just build are going up. So shouldn't we expect a bust, a recession? Not necessarily. Because, for example, if we look at the last recession, it was called the subprime crisis. Subprime because lenders were making loans to borrowers who could not qualify and should not have gotten this loan. It gotten so bad in 2006, even a little into 2007, that they were giving loans called no doc, or as people like to call those, liar loans. Just fill out what you want. People were lying left and right, those that were, and they got loans. And they even got loans sometimes up to 100, and with clever tricks up to 125% of the purchase price. And those are people who could not really qualify, who shouldn't have qualified. I think if it lasted another 6 months, dogs would be getting loans already. They were crazy. They were giving loans to everything that was breathing. Well, then came a time where many of these unqualified buyers couldn't pay. And so foreclosures started. Wall Street leveraged all of those because, you know, these loans are sold as securities on Wall Street. Wall Street leveraged all of the thing, created very clever financial products such as derivatives, and that accelerated the crash. Today, the situation is very different. In the aftermath of the recession, there was the Dodd-Frank rule that Congress put forth, which was drafted, not really surprisingly, by Dodd and Frank. And so that made qualifying for loans much more difficult since 2009, 10, 11, 12. So it was already very difficult to qualify for loans. Lenders were really probing you, even if you had great credit. During the pandemic, the Fed lowered the rates a lot, and everybody wanted to refinance or purchase. So the lenders got so much business, they tightened the screws even more. So getting loans now is really not very easy. Even some of the best Silicon Valley people with great salary and credit are getting so much that they have to make sure, you know, the underwriting is really, really difficult. So it's the opposite situation of the subprime crisis. This is a super prime, no crisis. So, I mean, that's a very good thing. There is a wrinkle on that because during the pandemic, the government allowed people to get a forbearance and not pay their mortgage without consequence for a certain amount of time. They still owe the amount. Some of the forbearance benefits are coming to an end, so people are afraid there will be some foreclosures. However, I've already seen lenders say, okay, the forbearance amount that you owe me, I'll tack it on to the end of the loan. And it's a fixed rate loan, so inflation is going to kill it anyway. I doubt that's going to really create a crisis like we had in 2008. So overall, I think that yes, the craziness, the boom will subside, but I don't think it will go into a recession because things are going quite well. The rebound from the pandemic is good. The loans in the marketplace, which caused the last drop, are really very tightly monitored and given. So no, don't really think so. Now, it's really up to the administration. If the administration takes policies that weaken the economy, that may create a bigger effect on the negative side. But I really don't see a recession like we had in 2008. Thanks for joining me today. Click the subscribe button for more video on real estate. Got a question or comment? I love questions and comments. Leave yours below. And here's another video you've got to see.